Another one of this year's big winners is getting a price target hike as well. This one is Tesla from Jeffries.
Tesla's humanoid robot Optimus makes debut in U.S. stores. A new strategy to drive foot traffic? Market heavyweights dip ahead of Nasdaq 100 rebalance. All that and more, so let's get to it. After Monday's closing of the bell, Tesla stock down almost 2%. The stock went as high as 276 and as low as 265. The volatility in this stock remains constant. I still have a call option that expires on Friday. I'm looking for some modest buying pressure early on Tuesday, dump that call contract, and possibly purchase a put, as I think Tesla and the broader market may take a dip as this Nasdaq 100 reshuffling gets ready to take place.
Meanwhile, another one of this year's big winners is getting a price target hike as well. This one is Tesla from Jeffries, and Tesla shares also poised to open higher this morning. Fill us in on that analyst call.
Now, they do look like they're opening higher, but this price target hike from Jeffries actually sees it at around a 3% move to the downside, and it was a price target hike to $265 from $185, keeping a hold rating on the shares. Now, Jeffries is joining in on what it calls a consensus view that the second quarter is going to be a trough in auto gross margin. It's because this analyst sees profit margins bottoming out in the second quarter after the price target cuts, or after the price cuts, I should say, that Tesla made on its vehicles since the beginning of the year. That sent gross margins, or gross profit margins, to about 21% in the first quarter, and that was down almost 12 percentage points year over year.
Jeffries raises its price target. As we know, Tesla did close down today, maybe not 3%, and it's looking more and more likely that Tesla will fall below Jeffries' freshly minted new price target of $265. But it still doesn't negate the fact that it was at $185. So take the new price target with a grain of salt. Margins continues to be the story. In the short term, the stock market will be influenced by the number that is released on July 19th, good or bad. But in the long term, it doesn't amount to a hill of beans. If you're long the stock, stay long. If you got a shorter time horizon, you may want to consider taking some profit. I've put myself in a unique position where I'm long the stock. I gotta be open-minded when considering my options contracts, as they have an expiration date. I gotta find the best spots to open and close those things.
But the analyst says that Tesla's stock has become more expensive thanks to AI optimism. Valuation is one of the reasons that he rates Tesla as a hold, and it is the valuation that's seeing more of an upside. So the analyst sees an upside to some of the estimates depending on Tesla's rolling out of its own in-house batteries. We know that that is something that Tesla's been looking to do for some time right now. Meanwhile, if you were in Austin over the weekend, you might have seen Elon Musk roll around in the Cybertruck. So we can expect to hear a little bit more from that today. Whether or not it'll be a driver for the stock today, though, still remains to be seen.
Obviously not enough for a catalyst to keep the day positive. But if you're looking long term, Elon in the Cybertruck is a positive sign. In regard to Tesla's AI opportunity, I'm not so sure if it is truly baked into the stock right now, considering all the tangible catalysts Tesla's had with their charging partnerships and the raw data of their deliveries and production numbers. I believe Nvidia has lifted all boats in the tech sector, including that of Tesla. Very few analysts on Wall Street give Tesla any credit for their autonomous driving software, let alone the potential value of Optimus. Speaking of Optimus, Tesla's humanoid robot Optimus makes debut in U.S. stores. A new strategy to drive foot traffic? Tesla unveiled a humanoid robot in 2021 that it plans to commercially produce in the future. Retail stores are adding display units of the Tesla bot in a move that could increase store traffic. That is a side effect of having Optimus there, but I look at it as a bullish sign that the software that will power Optimus is coming to fruition. Best get the populace used to seeing these robots around now, because once Tesla has cracked the code of artificial general intelligence, they will be everywhere. One of the most anticipated product launches coming from Tesla in the future is the humanoid robot known as Optimus, which was unveiled by the company in 2021. Even though no date is set for the launch of the robot and the finalized version may still be years away, a prototype Tesla bot is set to be displayed in Tesla stores to help boost traffic and potentially generate more buzz. Tesla techno king Elon Musk has highlighted the potential of the Optimus humanoid robot to help with labor shortages. It has the potential to be a generalized substitute for human labor over time. The foundation of the economy is labor, Musk previously said. Tesla conducted trials in China, introducing display units of the Optimus humanoid robot into their stores, according to Electric. These displays have drawn considerable attention, significantly increasing the number of visitors to Tesla outlets. A report from Electric highlighted how Tesla retail stores in China are often the gold standard for the company. Tom Zhu, who previously led the company's China business, was named Tesla Global Head of Automotive Business earlier this year. Reports say Zhu has put pressure on the North American retail business of Tesla to perform like the Chinese retail business. The Tesla bot is now reported to be in Tesla retail locations in New York City, a move that could bring increased foot traffic and attention to the high-profile stores. Retail sector companies have previously employed similar strategies, utilizing unique in-store displays or high-profile items exclusive to physical stores as a means to attract more visitors. Once the customers are in the store, the company's core products are then marketed and sold to them. Someone who bought their first Tesla inside one of these Tesla stores, there is some credence to this. In addition to industrial applications, the usefulness of an autonomous humanoid robot completing tasks with supreme efficiency is, dare I say, priceless. But there will be a price tag on this thing. But what is this, iRobot? I don't see Will Smith anywhere. The concept of this robot is over 20 years away. It's just a publicity stunt from Tesla, right? While Tesla's vehicles are a common sight on the roads and many people are familiar with them, the introduction of the Tesla bot in stores may entice a new demographic of visitors. These individuals initially attracted by the humanoid robot might end up spending more time exploring and learning about Tesla's lineup of electric vehicles. As I discovered in many of the comments on the channel, some individuals are just unaware of the capabilities of an electric vehicle and the potential benefits that it has to offer. Tesla highlighted the Tesla bot during its AI Day in September of 2022, less than a year ago. Reports suggest that Tesla plans to initially deploy the Optimus bot in its manufacturing operations before offering it to the public for commercial use. The Tesla bot is already up and moving around. It's only a matter of time before it graduates from crawling to standing up on its own two legs, walking, running, and then sprinting. And an article to finish up kind of captures how I feel about the market for this week. Market heavyweights dip ahead of Nasdaq 100 rebalance. Shares of Apple, Microsoft, and other heavyweight companies dipped on Monday after Nasdaq said it would rebalance its Nasdaq 100 index to address the benchmark's overconcentration. Apple dropped 1.1%, leaving its market capitalization at $2.967 trillion. It closed above the $3 trillion threshold for the first time on June 30th. Alphabet and Amazon fell over 2%, while Microsoft and Tesla each slid more than 1%. Wall Street's most valuable stocks declined after Nasdaq said late on Friday it would carry out a special rebalance of the index to address overconcentration in the index by redistributing the weights. The adjustment will be based on shares outstanding as of July 3rd, with changes announced on July 14th and taking effect before the market opens on July 24th. Those at the top will probably be sold off. We won't know that until probably close of business on July 14th, later this week. This is when you'll probably see the most movement on the following Monday, as the effects will take place when the market opens on July 24th. Smack dab in the middle of all of that, Tesla will have its Q2 earnings. Now, many people think the automotive gross margin will impact Tesla negatively. Add on to the fact that they're going to be redistributed by the Nasdaq 100. If you have a short-term situation, you might want to consider taking some profits. But if you're long-term, like I don't plan to sell a single share of Tesla, but my options contracts that expire, I don't know, on the 14th, I need to go ahead and take what little profit I still have left. Nasdaq 100 includes 100 of the largest companies that trade on the Nasdaq exchange, and changes to the index will force investment funds that track it to adjust their portfolios and sell shares of companies that have their weight in the index reduced. Alarm bells going off for many investors. A lot of retail investors did jump out of Nvidia and Tesla and jumped into other burgeoning stocks. As my favorite Vulcan would say, only logical. Wall Street's most valuable companies have been among the biggest winners in the US stock market's recovery this year, further increasing their weight in the Nasdaq 100. While the S&P 500 has gained 15% year to date, Nvidia has surged 189%, and Tesla has more than doubled. Microsoft, Amazon, and Apple have climbed between 38 and 51% in 2023. Talk about outperforming the S&P 500, but let's not get it twisted. The S&P 500 is doing fairly well in the first half of this year. It just pales in comparison to these overweighted stocks. In conclusion, Tesla stock remains volatile, especially off the back of the news that the Nasdaq 100 will be redistributing its weights, more than likely impacting Tesla in a negative way. Tesla bot coming to a store near you, more than likely. Time to get the people accustomed to seeing old Optimus. And though I think Tesla stock will fall in the short term, there are just way too many catalysts to hold this stock down in the long term. What do I know? I'm just some dumbass on YouTube. Well, that's all I got for you today. Be easy. Peace.
Masaka.